All right. Anyway, let's check out this. Shut the fuck up, dude. Damn. Check out this Doctor Strange trailer, man. Like, geez, dude.
Every night.
I ain't gonna lie. It seemed like it's kind of quick that this trailer is here.
I dream the same dream. And then the nightmare begins.
Dream a dream. Dream my dream.
I did what I had to do to protect our world.
You cannot control everything, Strange. You
Sam
opened the doorway
Raimi.
between universes, and we don't know who or what will walk through it.
Wanda, what do you know about the multiverse?
Viz had his theories. He believed it was dangerous.
He was right.
I'm not gonna know what the hell is going on in this trailer. I already know.
I'm sorry, Stephen. Your desecration of reality will not go unpunished.
We should tell him the truth. We should tell him the truth.
Oh shit!
Things just got out of hand.
You break the rules. Look out! To become a hero. I do it, I become the enemy.
Oh, facts. Sexist.
It doesn't seem fair.
It's because you're a woman. Come on now. Oh, that shot looked crazy. I have no idea. I have no idea what I don't know what I'm watching. I don't know what I just watched. I don't know what I just saw. But I do know one thing. There's like a picture in the comics where it looks like Homegirl's face was like full of blocks. I forgot her name. But I'm guessing, is that like a reference to that shit? New Rockstar? Do they have a video for it? Let me look. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the fuck is happening. I don't, you know, I don't be in the comics like that. I just watch the fucking movies, bro. Look at this. 40 minutes ago, chat. Literally 40 minutes ago.
Welcome back.
Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness trailer breakdown. Holy shit. Right on time, dude. Right on motherfucking time. Okay, explain to me what I just saw.
Small freeze. Oi oi chap. Cheerio, Sir Dontai.
Oi oi chap. Cheerio, sir.
Back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and this is a breakdown of the latest trailer for Marvel's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse.
Oh my god. Does that mean that for a split second we're gonna see Doctor Strange in the new Jurassic World movie? Come on now. Don't do that. Please don't do that. This looks absolutely disturbing, bruh.
Which assures us
I will always be there, old friend.
Multiverse of Madness. Stars, I'm Eric Voss, and this is a breakdown of the latest trailer.
Bro, I knew I recognized the voice. I was like, wait, whose voice is this? I was like, whose voice is this?
For Marvel's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which assures us
I will always be there, old friend.
checkmate. We are getting an MCU Illuminati lineup, including Patrick Stewart, Charles Xavier. What is this movie? I gotta admit, I've outdone myself on this one, folks. Analyzing this trailer frame by frame for details I don't think anyone else is insane enough to see or to talk about.
So, are we getting... Wait.
And yeah, I'm also gonna include some stuff in the TV spot version of the trailer and clues in the official poster. And thanks to Truebill for sponsoring today's video. More on them later. Let's get started.
Every night,
I
dream the same dream.
This is overload, man.
And then
So the trailer opens in Strange's nightmare, a frightening hellscape covered in bones and skulls, dead trees bent askew, and in front of him, a representation of the Sanctum Sanctorum melting into inky nothingness like the other New York buildings we saw in the first trailer, all evoking the comic book ink melting of reality in What If Episode 4, except this isn't exactly Strange's sanctum. It's significantly thinner than we last saw it in Spider-Man No Way Home, and it is one floor taller. The effect is a more gaunt structure, like a croaking haunted hotel. What was his healthy sanctum fortress is now a withering skeleton of itself. And notice in the sky is a glowing red eye, reminding us, of course, of the red edges of Wanda Maximoff's hex reality in WandaVision.
I ain't gonna lie, it is kind of fucked up that they got mad, that everybody got mad at her, but I ain't say nothing to this dude.
Found you from KSI, girl who plays games here from England. You cute.
What the fuck? I'm married, by the way. I have a wife, dude.
Projected into Strange's mind by the Scarlet Witch. Since the commercials in WandaVision were confirmed to be messages from Strange to Wanda, these two share a psychic link. Now, this Strange has a patch of blue sewn into the cloak of
he did it to save the world, not for some kids. Okay, but she was minding her business. Like, why? Who else did it affect? Other than the people who were in that box. But ain't nobody really care about them anyways, bro. There wasn't no, like, they were nobody important, like, literally. The show went on for a long time, and, like, there was no papers up about missing people or nothing.
Levitation, an inverse of the red patch on blue of Defender Strange, who saves America Chavez in a second. Blue versus
I'm
red
just saying.
seems to be
Yeah,
an
a whole
important
town full of nobodies, bro.
film. Strange has been shifted from his normal
Ain't nobody
red
care about
tones
them, man.
to blue tone, along with a lot of the settings in this to signal passivity, all to contrast with Wanda Maximoff's red chaos and violence. Now, on the other side of the sanctum doors, there's a reverse shot of Strange's entrance from the first trailer. Now we see how the stormy sea has claimed the whole sanctum structure, save for the central staircase, which now extends up and up and up into nowhere like a trick luring one to heaven, except it's not. It goes into this hellish red eye. And at the base of the staircase, these weren't there the past times we saw the sanctum. Now these two statues, one male, one female, both bearing torches, may be representing the Maximoff twins. Then a teacup shatters on the ground. Behind it looks like the wheel of an old wheelchair. Now this isn't exactly the wheelchair of Professor X from the X-Men films, but I suspect a lot is going to be changing for whatever cameos show up in this film. Then America Chavez gets strung up in front of a star.
So they really about to get
portal,
the X-Men?
which opens up to endless more star portals within that portal. This is her best known power, to kick open these star-shaped portals, and we might actually be seeing the origin of her powers right here.
Wait,
we actually
what?
saw this same setting in the first trailer. I think it is her home reality, the Utopia.
So y'all think we gonna get like the OG X-Men, or like they gonna like recast?
In the comics, the Utopian Parallel faces destruction from black holes, so her mothers sacrifice themselves, their particles dispersing throughout the multiverse. And the creature attacking her here may be, go with me on this, the Demiurge, who is the embodiment of Earth's sentient life, and in the comics, the original source of her powers. And we should mention, is one final form of Billy Kaplan, Wiccan, Wanda Maximoff's son, which could be.
I hate Valentine's because it's yet another holiday where men have to blow their money on women. Sexist.
How this film ties the fate of Wanda and her sons to that of America Chavez. Then again, the Demiurge has.
You don't have
Happy
to.
Valentine's DONTAI. I'm going to draw you soon, but I want you to tell me what anime style you would want it in.
Chat, pick an anime style.
Really been shown to be this hostile and demonic. Actually, another possibility here, this entity's ribbony appearance, like glowing electrical tape, could connect to Strange's spell, the Crimson Bands of Citarac, which he used to restrain
Look at the goat. Look at the goat right there.
Make this fella maybe Citarac himself.
Aiden,
Now the
I've been
TV shot.
looking up to you for a while.
They're saying JoJo's.
You're really inspired me to keep going every day, and I love coming home watching your streams when I get home.
Come here, bro.
Hope you had a good day and happy Valentine's.
Come here, bro. Talk to me. Come here, bro. Come here, bro. By the way, I took off that little thing where it would like cut y'all off like mid-sentence, bro. That shit used to be so fucking annoying. But now I can hear you. Now I can hear the full thing y'all saying.
Actually
they're saying JoJo, was it JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or some shit?
Hair tied back in
Yeah, I like the hair though. He looked kind of cool.
a ponytail with stripes, saving America Chavez from this thing, using what looks like a three-dimensional version of Strange's normal flat Eldritch magic.
So this evil Doctor Strange,
would then lead to the shot
the evil Doctor Strange that we saw in this trailer, is this supposed to be the same from the show.
Trailer of that same ponytail Doctor Strange tumbling through
Ooh,
a star
Boondocks
portal,
would be
a shot
fire.
that flips upside down to find us back with our Doctor Strange in bed. But is it our Doctor Strange? Because
Sup,
his
Dad. Any chance of a reaction of the new Sidemen vid? Very good this week.
You see,
Love the streams.
You see, I had it pulled up, but now I'm not gonna do it. You're welcome.
hands are fully healed. When in past
I'm joking.
films, Strange's
Shut the
hands are
fuck
always
up,
meant to be
bitch,
forever
and
scarred
wait.
and weak. There's an iPad left open on his bed, coffee filters into test tubes on his nightstand. Strange said in this part of the trailer that he has the same dream every night. Hell Sanctum, his alternate self saving a kid, and then the nightmare
Alvin
begins.
Beast
So the
20.
nightmare
They be
might
the same people that want to get some bitches but complain about it. Don't make sense.
They be the same people that want to get some bitches but then complain about it? Hey, yo, who is he talking to? Oh, shit. I think he's talking to somebody at the chat, bro.
This reality that he wakes up into, a reality where he never became a sorcerer, he never injured his hands, and really just aged into a lonely douchebag falling asleep.
I wouldn't let that happen to me.
Still open. Moving on.
The nightmare begins.
Ah, I get this is a reference.
With its Pornhub tab still open. Moving on.
The nightmare begins.
This is a reference to his face breaking apart. I don't know. That sounds like something he would say, though. Could be alluding to the later part of the trailer where his face is breaking apart like puzzles in a Come on, man. You know you want to make that. You want to make that.
I did what I had to do.
Now, when Strange says the nightmare begins, we should also acknowledge the possibility that the demonic entity Nightmare could be the villain of this film, as this idea was floated by the
my camera roll and broke up 3 relationships. If I'm not happy, nobody will be.
original director Scott Derrickson. The Marvel
What?
Studios title card turns purple and has tentacles snaking across the letters, evoking the limbs of Gargantos, but also one of the multi-limbed creatures in What If, which this movie seems to be showing the live-action versions of. In fact, on the poster for this film, in the lower right corner, one broken shard of glass shows this shield of Captain Carter.
Okay, wait. You can barely even tell what that is.
In the lower right corner, one broken shard of glass shows this shield of Captain Carter.
Ain't no
hinting that
way.
Haley Atwell may show up in this film as a live-action version of that character. Then Doctor Strange conjures these red orbs. If you look closely, they are coming from the Darkhold on the floor there. That's Marvel Lore's Book of the Damned that appeared on WandaVision, first in Agatha's possession before it was claimed by Wanda. That's why the magic he conjures is now red, like Wanda's chaos magic, as we saw her conjuring in that
of
final
course.
WandaVision scene.
Of course,
we could be
chat.
seeing a depiction of the various universes being connected in this movie, with Doctor Strange trying to locate one world in particular. And in the foreground of that shot, that looks like that is Wanda Maximoff standing there with him. But then Strange, suddenly afraid, slams all this magic back into the book as if he's trying to hide it from the person in the room with him. And on that page, you can see a triangle, perhaps a symbol of Marvel's Illuminati, a location he wants to
Wouldn't they have
hide
already
from
seen
Wanda
everything, though?
Maximoff, for reasons I'll get to later as we move on.
To protect our world.
You cannot control everything, Strange.
Sam
You
Raimi.
opened the doorway between universes, and we don't know who or what will walk through it.
So Strange argues that he did what he had to do to protect our world. Our world, as in his actions saved his universe at the expense of all other universes. Strange used the Time Stone to give his universe an improper.
So you mean to tell me that don't sound selfish? So you mean to tell me that don't sound selfish? Wanda was literally she just had like a town, like a neighborhood or something, bro. And he did a whole fucking, what you call it? He erased a whole bunch of different universes. Come on now.
Advantage to undo Thanos' snap, and more recently, he used his magic of the runes of Kafkal to basically gaslight and warp society into a whole bunch of plot holes.
Facts.
Mordo warned us about this, that when Strange would push the laws of reality like this,
The bill comes due. Always.
and like Strange in that What If universe bypassing an absolute point, this Strange's reality has begun to melt the same exact way and open itself up to interdimensional threats. We see a new look at this melting from the rooftop, individual bricks breaking off, cars floating in that blizzard, headlights still shining. Now the melting of the buildings here seems to merge into these black strands, reminding us of the Ancient One's dark branch timeline that she
Her
warned
bald
Bruce
ass.
Banner
Didn't
about
she
in
die,
Endgame.
bruh?
And here it's not just that reality is melting into nothing, but that chaos is
How does she
spinning
even die? Wasn't she supposed to be powerful?
Yo, what's up, Dontai? Hope you're having a good Valentine.
Thank you, bro.
one beneficiary destination. On to the next clip.
Wanda,
Ain't no way. She did not die to cancer. Wait, she died to cancer? I thought she was like all powerful being and she died to a... Ain't that like a human disease? I ain't gonna lie, that shit kind of weak.
What do you know about the multiverse?
Viz had his theories. He believed it was dangerous.
She died from a fall? She fell from a skyscraper? How did she fall? I'm sorry. I think cancer is probably just the better way to go then. Bro, you're all powerful. Imagine like Spider-Man. Imagine Iron Man defeated Thanos by tripping him and making him fall off a cliff. Come on now. Come on, bro.
He was right.
She's a human.
So we see Scarlet Witch once again holding the seance in the Camartage courtyard. We know that's where it is.
I'm just saying, you'll never see WandaVision die from just being pushed off of a fucking skyscraper, man.
Because you can tell from the statues behind her, in the floor beneath her, the same tiling that we see beneath that Minotaur sorcerer later. We get a better look of him in this trailer. This is Rintrah from the comics. But yes, the Scarlet Witch is probably the one attacking Camartage, because actually in the TV spot, the sorcerers in that courtyard raise their shields to some floating figure overhead. I'm pretty sure that is Wanda. Now, compared to her look at the end of WandaVision during the seance, her Scarlet Witch wardrobe has evolved. Her sleeves now cover her arms fully, and darker tones streak through her chest.
She look fire, bro.
Also, as
she look fire.
The tips of her fingers are black, similar to Agatha's fingers when she would use dark magic. And I like this right as we hear Strange say, Wanda, a shockwave.
I did watch I did watch Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange came out in what year? I saw when it came out in theaters and never watched it again.
Her body. Now, in her orchard, if that is what it really is, Wanda tells Strange that Vision had theories about the multiverse that was dangerous. So, despite Vision
2016, bro. Come on now.
She still created an alternate reality in that Westview hex, and now continues to peer through alternate universes to find her children. And yes, this peaceful orchard with sheep is probably an illusion, because later in the trailer, as Wanda points out the double standard of Strange breaking the rules and him getting to be a hero, Strange is wearing the same outfit as he is here in the orchard, suggesting that Wanda's actually in a much darker place in this moment, both in her mindset and in her literal surroundings.
Oh, damn. Okay, what the fuck is that?
I'm sorry, Stephen. Your desecration of reality will not go unpunished.
So Strange brings America Chavez and Christine Palmer to the ruins of what I think is the Utopian Parallel, and Christine wears this sleek blue outfit, and that's because this might actually be an alternate Christine Palmer whom Strange found working at Illuminati HQ, because the TV spot reveals Christine.
Sharkist_. Difference between when Wanda and Strange broke the rules is Wanda did it for herself. Strange did it for everyone else.
In these clothes, plus a white lab coat in their detainment sector. Then Mordo, or perhaps an alternate version of Mordo that might actually be Sorcerer.
But isn't the reason he had to do that though is because of he started it because a kid asked him to do something and he did it? Come on, let's not. Come on now. You can't start a fire and then when you put it out, you know, get pats on the back and shit like that. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Supreme from his native reality detained Strange using these nifty looking handcuffs.
Spider-Man fucked it up though. But who did Spider-Man go to do this shit? And who did it? It ain't like Spider-Man can do it. He could have said no. Ain't nobody put a gun to Doctor Strange's head and tell him to do it. He did it because he knew he could do it. And then he fixed it.
Chill out, Yal. I'm talking about in general, not to a specific person.
Nah, you was talking to the chat, bro.
Love the design of these because it's a mix of analog sorcerer machinery with runes engraved into that spinning lock in the middle. But overall, they have this chunky silver chrome.
How's it Peter's fault? Explain to me how it's Peter's fault. Exactly. Strange is a grown-ass man, bro.
Uranium tech of these Ultron.
Strange is a grown-ass man that got pressed by a high schooler.
Hey, Daddy. Love you, Daddy. Want me to go get some tea and crumpets for Daddy Tay? Anything for my king? LMAO nah, I just wanted to hear her say that.
Sentries, Ultron sentries, who escort Doctor Strange in this awesome location that looks like a Supreme Court Hall of Justice. We see 4 kneeling winged statues and then a warrior.
I almost thought this was the
ring. The way a certain multiversal warrior, Captain Carter, emerged from a circular portal with her sword in
People
hand.
really mad at Wanda when the Avenger be straight killing thousands like it's nothing while fighting. Hulk has prob killed more jumping around than Wanda's whole neighborhood LMAOO.
And did anybody die in the neighborhood? Did anybody even die in the neighborhood? That's what I want to know. Like, did anyone die though?
This whole interior, the glass.
Nobody even died. Nobody even died, bro. They just, they just was doing regular shit. They just wasn't aware of it, man.
Ceiling, the curved staircases, the classic columns is actually the interior of the British Museum in London, a place I've been to many times. I love the British Museum. It's famous for having the Rosetta Stone, one of the earliest
11.
artifacts that
Hi,
anthropologists
the
have
guy
used.
from Switzerland again. Love your streams. Try to support you the best I can, but it's after midnight here, so I might fall asleep. Much love.
They were slaves. And guess what, bro? Black people were slaves for so many fucking years, okay? They can handle it for however long it was, man.
Translate,
come on now.
decode, cross-reference.
You mean to tell me they were slaves and they didn't get whipped and they got fed and they had meals and they had houses to go back to and they had families? Come on now.
Old languages, which is super fitting for
Come on,
Charles
bro.
Xavier to model his multiverse.
Why y'all doing question marks? Slaves was a whole bunch of black people. The slaves, those slaves in there were white families that nobody cared about, bro. They were fine, man.
Nexus point on such a cultural touchstone. Now, assuming this is Illuminati HQ, I find it fascinating the parallels between this and the Citadel of He Who Remains in Loki, which also had a lit tower, inner columns, and 4 statues in the central chamber, one of which was mysteriously destroyed. Never got an answer to what that was all about. Now, there are 6 chairs on the Illuminati panel, but we only see 3 members in this trailer. Could Kang have been a 4th member of the Illuminati who was cast out, leading to him constructing his own crude imitation of the Illuminati Citadel, a citadel, and a sham judicial bureaucracy of his own, run by
Still not
3.
selfish. That was Wanda's point. Also, we literally saw Spider-Man screw the spell up in 4K.
He didn't screw the spell up. He just kept saying things. Bro, wasn't Doctor Strange a doctor? Like, wasn't he an actual doctor? So you mean to tell me that he can fuck up on surgery if someone just keeps talking?
Puppets. It's just a theory. Now, if you're keeping your fingers crossed that the Beanie Baby collection
I'm
in
just
your
saying,
mom's
dog.
attic is going to regain its value and all of your money can
Ain't nobody make you do that. Ain't nobody make you do that spell,
will
bro.
be gone. Our friends at Truebill are here to help take some of the pressure off of you save bills when you think the
We should tell him the truth.
That's crazy.
Ooh, baby. Yes, one of the biggest reveals in MCU history, one that we will be unpacking for months to come. Yes, that was the voice of Patrick Stewart, Professor Charles Xavier in the Fox X-Men films, now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a member of what is almost certain
Bro, he's gotta be
the Illuminati.
old as
Now, Marvel's
fuck.
Illuminati is a secret
Holy
alliance of Tony
shit.
Stark, Charles Xavier, Reed Richards, Doctor Strange, Black Bolt, and Namor. Black Panther was initially gonna be part of it, but he backed out. Actually, in Iron Man 2, Tony Stark had a little app on his phone labeled Illuminati. Fun little Easter egg there. But here, the Illuminati, if they will still go by that name in the MCU, seem to be serving as a multi.
I feel like they probably gonna change it.
with representatives from across universes.
Didn't he die in Logan? Well, maybe it's. I guess it's like different. I don't know how it works because a lot of the villains that were in the Spider-Man movie, they died though. So it's probably like a time frame thing.
By bringing Fox X-Men characters into this, they're building on the meta logic from Spider-Man No Way Home. Marvel Studios is now adopting formerly separate cinematic universes as mere universes within their multiverse and expanding to the Fox X-Men titles. But if Patrick Stewart is a representative from a separate reality, that could limit how much of that separate reality we actually see in this movie, and which other Fox X-Men cameo just yet. Like Ian McKellen Magneto, Hugh Jackman Wolverine, maybe not. But Ryan
I
Reynolds
doubt it.
Deadpool, very likely, as he has been long confirmed to cross over to the MCU, and now that door has been opened. I mean, this could also give us some context finally
No
to
way.
why Evan Peters was cast as Wanda's brother Pietro in her Hex. Now, yes, the show producers did say this is just a Ralph Boner joke, but the logic is all in place now. We never saw Ralph after Wanda's Hex, so it could just be as simple as Wanda's
Bro, see, look at them, bro.
in place now. We never saw Ralph after
They chilling,
Wanda's
man.
Hex, so it could just be as simple as
They don't even look all that mad, man. Don't even look all that mad. You mean to tell me they had to go to work, bro? They didn't have to, clock in or nothing. They chilling, man. It was like a little vacation. They just a little confused on, why it was so long, man. Just because they got their arms crossed don't mean they mad.
as Wanda's ability to warp reality
They just chilling, bro.
had caused her to pull the likeness of a Pietro from the nearest adjacent universe.
This was a fire
like
scene.
If Tom Holland Peter Parker were to die in the MCU and Wanda Maximoff wanted to create a pocket reality where Peter was alive once more, the Peter in that hex might look like Andrew Garfield. If that makes sense to you, Evan Peters actually being Pietro from his Fox X-Men timeline, crossing over into WandaVision could make an equal amount of sense.
It does.
Meanwhile, I
but
don't know
whatever.
if this is the Charles Xavier from
Just
the
get the
exact
actors, man.
Fox X-Men timeline, whatever that was at the end of that series. Because one thing that was clear is that Charles Xavier died in the year 2029 in Logan after it was revealed he accidentally killed all the X-Men, or most of them. I think it's likelier that this Charles could be from a branch timeline within that universe, because time travel screwed up a lot of stuff there, let's be honest. He actually could be something closer to a live-action version of the X-Men 97, a version of Charles Xavier that existed in a branch timeline that eventually discovered multiversal technology.
What
now,
the
yes,
fuck?
there are 6 chairs. So let's try to fill these chairs, who they belong to. 2 of the figures are seated, and one walks in with a cane. So I'm wondering if this could be Charles, who in this form has found his ability to walk once more. Now the seated figure on the left wears a form-fitting suit that you could say looks a lot like the vibranium armor of Black Panther. And yes, this Illuminati lineup may include a new actor playing a variant T'Challa. However, I think this particular figure just looks a bit more slender in the arms,
I'm
like
I'm
Reed
lost.
Richards. But that would also make it less likely to be John Krasinski. Yeah, let's be honest, he's jacked Ryan. But let's slide over to that other seated figure who is hooded. Could this be Sorcerer Supreme Mordo? Or
What the fuck is
Alt
even going on
Reality
anymore?
Photon or Spectrum Monica
I don't
Rambeau?
know,
Or
bro.
were those Ultron sentries a clue that one member of this panel is actually Ultron Infinity from What If? Or that
What?
brilliant ship of
I don't think they would do that.
From WandaVision. But
I don't think they would do that. I know they would like understand that a lot of the audience would be too confused if they just taking shit from shows and like it would be too confusing, bro.
my favorite version of this would be this could be a reality in which Tony Stark's Ultron protocol actually succeeded instead of turning on him, which led to him being able to evolve into the
I think he's just
superior
kinda throwing-
Iron Man, one played
Throwing
by
theories out there.
Tom Cruise.
Get the
I mean,
fuck
we've
out
heard
of
this
here.
speculation for years, and now it just seems all possible, doesn't it?
No.
Let's focus on what Charles actually says here. We should tell him the truth. What truth? The truth that Strange maybe didn't do anything wrong, or that him becoming a sorcerer was a mistake, or that all of this is just some Kang exposed sham organization? Perhaps, but I think the truth here is that the MCU that we have loved all these years is not the core reality of this multiverse. That instead, we have actually been living in an incomplete post-House of M reality, where mutants have been erased this whole time. We just didn't see it as anything wrong. And now, it is time to fix that. Let's move on.
This is dope. That was dope. This is disturbing.
Things just got out of hand.
Okay, some real bonkers shit here. Doctor Strange and America Chavez fall through a reality with dinosaurs, a T-Rex fighting a Triceratops, but then to top that, they insanely smash into an animated cartoon reality. This could be one way doors open to crossovers with What If. This could actually be how the animated Captain Carter gets roped into this. Then Strange and America explode
What
into
the
cubic
fuck?
puzzle pieces. A visual that looks like a mix of Drax's Reality Stone hit in Infinity War and Joe Quesada's art of the Scarlet
That's the
Witch in
art
House of M variant
that I was
cover.
thinking about.
Some of their blocks look like stones from a statue.
This is
and you can actually
disgusting.
see the rows of Steven's individual teeth still intact in his gums on each block. On to the next clip.
Is that Marvel? Captain
You broke the
Marvel?
rules. Look out! Become a hero. I do it, I become the enemy.
So yeah, it looks like Wanda will invade Illuminati HQ and get into a huge brawl with someone who looks like they're going binary the way Captain Marvel does. But if you look at that person closely, this is a woman of color. Now I know some of you think this is Tom Cruise with a goatee, but that's just a contouring of her cheeks. Tom Cruise's figure is not this womanly, folks.
Look at Tom.
This is definitely either Monica Rambeau or her mother, Maria Rambeau. Maria Rambeau's call sign was Photon, and in the main MCU, she died of cancer during the blip. But in WandaVision, Monica Rambeau powered up into the superhero we assume will either be Photon or Spectrum.
It's probably
The
her.
moment that happened, her body was split into several
'Cause
alternate
wasn't that
selves
the whole thing they were
as she
setting up?
passed through that hex wall. And I think one of those alternate selves could be this one.
Hey,
we're
yo,
seeing
Miles.
now. And if you think about it, Monica
Honestly, dude, do you really want to be Spider-Man? Like, look at all this shit you gotta know. Like, this is OD. Like, you know you would be getting interviewed, right? And you would have to know this shit. I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Fighting Wanda seems to be the most epic collision, considering these two were both there for the battle of
Like,
Westview
you really want to
in
get y'all,
WandaVision.
you
Then
really
we
want to
see
get
the
yourself
attack
into
on
this?
Kamar-Taj in the tea room that we saw in the 2016 film, including Master Hamir returning from that film.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Just do like a voiceover. Like, just do a voiceover in the game, bro. Just do a voiceover in the video game. This shit too deep. This shit is way too deep, man. I'll just tell them you know the answers. Who's you know? Cause it ain't me. I don't know shit.
Look at her wardrobe. Stars embroidered on her jean jacket, along with the phrase "Amore."
Wait, who the fuck is this?
It's a good look at Westview in WandaVision. Then we see the attack on Kamar-Taj in the tea room that we saw in the 2016
Oh, this is the girl.
film,
That's the girl.
including Master Hamir returning from that film. Then a close-up of America Chavez gives a good look at her wardrobe. Stars embroidered on her jean jacket, along with the phrase "Amor es
I feel like I'm gonna
amor,"
watch
love
this movie
is
and be
love,
so
and the fact that it's
confused, bro.
signaling some LGBTQ+ representation. Gargantos throws the bus.
It's not
with
that
an add-on
complicated.
and for
Oh,
La
here
Llave
we go.
copy, the key,
The fucking
tagline,
middle finger
"Unlock
glass just
a
puts
better
up.
day."
Well,
And then
actually,
over
it's
to
not
the
that
left,
complicated if
has
you've read all the
that
comics
more
that I
celestial
haven't.
tea,
Like,
the
shut
magic
the
of
fuck
tea.
up, bro.
Then I love this shot.
Jesus.
Strange looks up at another alternate sanctum with a statue out front, a statue that has no facial hair, though in this New York,
This dude's
greenery
sitting here
and
watching the
oddly
trailer,
curved
as I
wind
expected.
turbines cover all the
I'm surprised they didn't go with the
buildings,
blah,
and
blah, blah,
white
blah.
flowering trees line the streets. Trees
Oh, I
like
love the
ones
subtle
in
nod of the
Wanda's
blah, 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 blah.
orchard. So in Strange's nightmare, we saw the darkest.
Oh my god, of
timeline
all the
here.
people I seen react to the trailer, it's crazy how nobody picked up the blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, nobody likes you. Nobody likes you, bro.
Here, this looks like the brightest timeline where a variant Strange has used his powers only to better society. Moving on.
Like, bro, you're literally the type of dude that goes to every freaking reaction to this shit. It's like, crazy how nobody's picking up that the... It's like, dude.
It doesn't seem fair.
Oh, shit. Yo, that shot...
Okay,
it
so
looks
interesting. Two Wandas meet each other, and this is Wanda's Westview house in WandaVision. You can see two scooters in the background belonging to her sons, Billy and Tommy. One of their baseball gloves on the floor there. But this place is wrecked. The staircase handrail, the balusters are broken, as if there was a fight between these two Wandas. And the standing one is the one who is barefoot. Youch. I actually wonder if this kneeling Wanda tried to recreate the Westview hex to have her children once more, but failed. And now, defeated, she's letting the darker side of her identity take over. If you think about it, the last time we saw her in WandaVision, her consciousness was split into two conscious selves. Something people who astrally project normally can't do.
Did I get my tickets for Batman? When does Batman come out?
And then the other one in the Scarlet Witch form, searching for
You mean
her
I get
kids
my
actively.
tickets?
Now, I am wondering which of those two is actually the deadlier threat. The one who's searching for her kids? Or the
March
one who's just
4th.
sipping tea, not giving up? We see that
Oh,
shot again
shit.
of Mordo striking Strange's cuffs. Now I'm wondering if Mordo might be doing this on purpose to free Strange so that Strange can help them fight this invading Scarlet Witch. But it might be too late because a huge explosion from red chaos magic tears through the HQ, leading to these elaborate fireworks as we think Rambo's form gets blasted through that explosion. Then this other sorcerer uses a sick move with a lasso to attack Gargantos. The TV spot actually showed America Chavez beneath this gross underbelly, and in these close-ups you can see how each of its tentacles suckers are actually barbed with teeth. Ugh. Then this gnarly shot of Wanda aiming red chaos magic. She's at the doorway of Illuminati HQ.
See, that look hard.
Her face is bleeding like crazy, and separately she has black ink stains on her shirt. Behind her in the distance looks like one of the bells of Kamar-Taj. Perhaps after sacking that location and holding her seance there, she used that to access the gateway to this compound. But why does she want to get in here? Well, when the camera zooms into her eye, there's a brief image of two holding cells. These are Illuminati detention cells. Doctor Strange was cuffed in one of these, and in the TV spot, Christine Palmer works among other techs who hold America in another cell. So I think the reason Wanda has been able to find a reality with her sons, the reason why her attempt to recreate Westview didn't work, is that the Illuminati are detaining Billy and Tommy here in these two cells.
Oh,
and
damn.
for Wanda, that's especially infuriating because it's exactly what Hydra did to her and her twin brother, locking them up in adjacent cells. Like in the comic House of M, all of this madness comes from a denial by Professor X and by Doctor Strange to allow Wanda reality with her children. And it's gonna end with Wanda drastically warping all that reality, but in this case, I think a restoration of mutants alongside Avengers in the MCU. On to the final clip. So we end with a version version of Doctor Strange and Wong on this snowy mountaintop trying
Jeez,
to raid
dude, this
in
is
these
so
demonic
much,
figures.
man.
These beings look like
I'm
they're
gonna
actually
forget all
made
this
of
by the time the
same
movie comes
inky
out.
texture that the buildings and the other surfaces are melting into, as if this is the chaos that it's all bleeding into. Now, the TV spot actually shows Strange facing another peak across the way with some winged devil at the peak of it. That spot also shows a close-up of Strange, whose face is rotting away, looking a lot like his zombie Strange self in What If Episode 5. I pointed out because the TV spot also includes a shot of Wanda looking especially zombie-like. Now, while Zombie Strange in that episode got devoured by ants, Zombie Wanda survived, and she returned in the final episode. So I don't know if these are zombies as much as they're just animated corpses, but it is insane to see their souls so strong that they can keep their bodies intact long after their flesh should have expired. The final shot shows this rotting Strange blocking
I
a
think
rift
you're just
in the
slow
darkness.
looking. What?
Dozens of inky skeletons trying to shove out
What
past
is
him.
up with
Skeleton
people like
arms
this,
fan
dude?
out behind him, evoking the images of Icon
your
pose
lame
that he
ass
formed
outta
when
here,
fighting Thanos in Infinity War. Now, counteracting that spell was the one time we saw the Soul Stone being used in the MCU, and I find it interesting that Strange's soul is all he has left. The film title comes together from hundreds of pieces, like the shattering and reassembling shards of reality in this movie, but this is the third title design we've seen. It's almost like the studio wants us to constantly reframe the reality in which we see this movie every time they talk about it. So folks, you gotta check out our new merch options, including two.
I ain't gonna lie. I watched that video and got even more confused, bro. And got even more confused. I'm not gonna lie. Bro, I really can't stand people who swear they just know everything about motherfucking everything. Like, dude, shut the fuck up, you dumb fake bitch, bro. You's a bitch, bro. Batman TV spot. I don't want to watch the TV. Like, I don't be watching TV spots. Like, I watch the trailers, but TV spots is like, bro, I'll just wait till the movie come out.
In my city today, on Valentine's